Teachers must have certain dispositions in order to do the work that they do. For example, in Grand Canyon University, there are multiple examples of dispositions that teachers must have in order to be successful, not only now, but also in the future. For example, I would say as of today, as a classroom teacher in a private school, I would agree that there are certain dispositions that I have, and I would also agree there are certain dispositions that I would need to work on to be successful and effective not only now but into the future. And I would say that there are certain things that I and others in my position must do in order to be able to meet the needs of all students. For for me, the dispositions that I currently have would be that I believe that all students have the right to learn. We have the obligation as educators to reach every single student, no matter their socioeconomic status, no matter their background, their family situation, and no matter what abilities that they might have, their diverse abilities. Whether someone is performing at an extremely high level, at above grade level, or if somebody is way below their grade level. I believe that I understand the plight of these students in their abilities and their weaknesses. While many students might be strong in math or science, some might be weak in reading and writing, and conversely, that also could show that there's much more we can do as teachers. And I would say that believing that each student can learn in any way, it's my job to find that way. So I would say, firstly, I believe that all students can learn, and it's my job to help them learn. I also have a strong commitment to the profession itself. For example, as a member of the Council for Exceptional Children, Association for Supervision and Curriculum Development, as well as the National Association of Special Education Teachers, I place a strong emphasis on continuing education, of developing myself as a professional, whether that be through online webinars, whether that be through conferences that I might attend. I believe that this strong commitment to collegiality, of working with others, of realizing that I on my own cannot do everything, that I don't have all the answers, and that spending time with others and understanding that they have something to offer that I can benefit from myself and in my own practice is highly essential. Now, before entering my first day of class, I would say there are a few things I do need to work on still. For example, I'm a very passionate person. I believe so strongly in every student's right to an education, and sometimes that passion can be detrimental in the sense that I have such passion that listening and understanding the advice or even the way things need to be according to administration can even be difficult. While I might think that a child should be doing X, the administration might feel that the child must do Y. Now, despite my own inclinations and my own beliefs, I must defer to these authorities. So I would say I would need to work on that sense of humility and docility in respect for others' uh, position, but also understanding that each child has a different cultural understanding of the world they live in. I grew up in a very interesting situation, and I really value each and every single soul that I come in contact with. But there are times where there can it's very easy as humanity, as human beings, for us to want to knock off in our minds the abilities of others that we may not understand, and it can be very uh, not it can be very easy to do. And I think I just need to work on understanding that no matter the culture, whether they be from America or from throughout the world, that I have that obligation to be equal, to be fair. So that would be something I would definitely need to work on. And and finally, as an educator, I would say that a professional educator looks like someone who cares. They come to work prepared. They come to work dressed. You know, the old adage, dress for success. If we expect our students to be respectful, to be on time, well, I must do the same. A professional educator is someone who will do anything for their students and for their profession. They are on time. They are respectful not only to their students but also to their colleagues and their administration. And they live by a certain ethos, a code of ethics, if you will. For example, the Council for Exceptional Children talks about the importance of respect, of understanding, of seeing in each child the ability to learn, but not only just the ability to learn, but in each teacher there's a sense of drive, of wanting to do whatever it takes to serve the students one works with. So these things are what an educator is. An educator is a person who will do whatever it takes to educate the child, will use whatever instructional means that are available to educate the children that they have entrusted to their care. And as special educators, it's almost more important to do this is not only are we teaching the curriculum, as many other teachers are doing as well, but we are adapting and modifying the curriculum in such a way to work with students with diverse abilities and being able to even see in them at times, even though it might be difficult, the ability to learn when it seems like it's impossible, to be that voice, to be that advocate for children who might not have anybody else, to be their mentor, their guide, and their advocate. So these are the dispositions that I believe that I have. There are obviously some that I will continue to work on throughout my collegiate graduate experience, and I will hopefully master these dispositions, cultivate my own self so as to be a light to those that I wish to serve. These things are what we must do in order to serve now and in the future, to be the light of the world for those that need our sense of care, affection, and true love.